Hey guys, welcome to the today's topic test, which is first aid mechanics topic test. I'm gonna walk through question 2 right now. Okay, so Mr. Raj, a keen footballer, kicks the ball vertically upwards. Initially, the ball is stationary. His boot is in contact with the ball for 0.05 seconds. The average resultant force on the ball during this time is 180 newtons. The ball leaves his foot at 20 meters per second. Calculate the impulse of the force acting on the ball. So you guys, you know that the impulse equation, so what is impulse? Impulse is change in momentum equals to force multiplied by change in time. Okay, so in this question, you're trying to calculate the impulse. So you're trying to find what the change of momentum is, okay? So they give you the force and they give you the change in time, okay? So basically this question is just change in momentum equals to force is 180 newtons multiplied by change in time, which is 0.05 seconds. If you plug this into a calculator, you should get change in P equals to 9 kgms minus 1, okay? And that's your final answer here, 9 kgms minus 1. This question is only worth an achieved mark, okay? This is achieved question. Achieved for finding the final momentum here. Alright, find the height to which the ball rises. Ignore air resistance. Okay, so in the question they tell you that the ball leaves his foot at 20 meters per second. So therefore we know that the initial velocity of the ball is 20 meters per second. So you know when the item is traveling vertically upwards, okay, it's gonna stop at the maximum height, okay? So it's gonna keep going up and up, and then eventually it's gonna stop at the maximum height, then it's gonna come back down again, okay? So basically you know that the initial velocity is 20 meters per second. And you know that the ball temporarily stops at the highest point, okay? So final velocity equals to 0 meters per second. And you know that the gravity, so gravity acts on the ball, okay? Because the initial velocity is acting upwards and gravity is acting downwards, we actually write gravity as negative 9.8. So acceleration equals to negative 9.8 meters per second, okay? And that's because it acts in the opposite direction, okay? And then we want to know what D is, okay? We don't know what D is. We're trying to find D, okay? So which equation would you use? Looking at your formula sheet, okay? Looking at your formula sheet, what has VI, VF, A, and D, okay? So you should see that the equation VF squared equals to VI squared plus 2AD. That this is the equation you should be using. So VF, okay, VF squared, so 0 squared equals to VI squared, which is 20 squared plus 2. Multiplied by acceleration is negative 9.8, so multiplied by negative 9.8, and then multiplied by the distance when we're trying to find the distance, okay? So we simplify this, so we say 0 equals to 400 plus negative 19.6D, okay? A positive and a negative make a negative, okay? So therefore 0 equals 400 minus 19.6D, okay? And if you rearrange the equation to find what D is, you'll get 400 divided by 19.6 equals to D, and therefore D equals to 20.4 meters, okay? So that's your final answer. So the maximum height of the ball is 20.4 meters, so getting all the way up to here, 20.4 meters, that will get you a merit grade, okay? Merit grade here. To get your achieved grade, you're looking at understanding that attempts to use either equation, okay? So you're using VF equals to VI plus 2AD, you'll get an achieved. Alright, moving on. Calculate the mass of the ball, okay? So you know, in the very first question, we calculated change in momentum equals to 9 kgms minus 1, okay? So now we're gonna say change in P, okay? Change in P equals to mass multiplied by change in velocity, okay? We calculated that change in P equals to 9, okay? So we need to find what change in velocity is, okay? So you know that the initial velocity, so initially the ball was stationary, so VI equals to 0 meters per second, and then VF, so the ball is kicked to 20 meters per second. Therefore, the change in V equals to VF minus VI. Therefore, V equals to 20 minus 0. So therefore, change in V equals to 20 meters per second, okay? So now you can substitute change in p equals to 9 and change in v equals to 20. So 9 equals to m change in v. So 9 equals to m 20 times 20, and therefore 9 divided by 20 equals to mass. Therefore mass equals to 0.45 kg. Here's your final answer here. Getting all the way up to here, you'll get a merit grade to find the mass. An achieved grade is demonstrating the understanding of the impulse equation. So change in P equals to M change in V. That'll get you an achieved. Okay? Alright. A slow motion shot of the ball shows that while the boot is in contact with the ball is no longer spherical. A student argues that the change in shape of the ball helps the ball to reach a greater height even though Mr. Raj uses the same amount of force. Use appropriate physics principle to discuss and explain whether or not the student's argument is true or not. Alright, basically in this question, okay, so because the ball changing its shape, that implies that there's a greater contact time with the boot and the ball. So therefore the contact time, so T is greater. And because T is greater and the force remains the same, so change in P equals to F change in time. Because the change in time has gone up and force has stayed the same, therefore change in momentum has also gone up, okay? So therefore there's a higher change in momentum, and a higher change of momentum, okay, so change in momentum equals to MAV. M is constant, okay, change in momentum is increased, therefore velocity will increase, and the velocity increases and therefore the ball will reach a greater distance. So now we have to put this into words, okay? So we'll just say because the ball changes shape, there is a higher contact time. There's a higher contact time with the ball, okay? With the ball, therefore the same force is acted for a longer period of time. Okay, and this actually means that the change in momentum increases. So the change in momentum increases. Okay, so change in momentum increases as change in P equals to F change in time. F is constant. Therefore, change in P is proportional. Change in P is proportional to change in time, okay? Okay, so now we're going to say, because change in P equals to M multiplied by change in velocity, okay? Because change in P has increased and the mass remains the same. Therefore, because the mass remains the same and therefore change in P is proportional to change in velocity, okay? Therefore, there is a higher velocity, and this means the ball will travel higher, okay? Will travel higher. And then you just say the student is correct. So that's literally all you need to say to get an excellence grade, okay? So you're saying that P equals to F times, change in P equals to F multiplied by change in time. And you say that change in P is proportional to change in T. And therefore, because the time is increased, the change in momentum will also increase. And then you'll link it back to change in P equals to M change in velocity. because change in momentum has increased and mass stays the same, so change in p is proportional to change in v, and therefore there is a higher velocity because the change of p has increased, it's a higher velocity, and therefore because there's a higher velocity, the ball will travel further. And therefore, the student is correct in saying so. Okay, that's all you need to get the excellence grade. To get a merit grade, you're looking at So you're looking at two of the following. So length increase of time, length increased contact time to increase change of momentum. So that's 1 point. State that the change of momentum increases as the mass of the ball doesn't change. Okay, so that's point number 2. Links increase in momentum to increase change in velocity. So the higher momentum is linked to higher velocity. That's the third point. And recognizes that increase of velocity means that the ball travels further. So any of these 2 points will get you a merit grade. But for the excellence grade, you need to link all 4 of these points together to get the excellence grade. Okay, to get an achieve grade, the four points I just mentioned. So any one of those points, okay, will get you an achieve grade. Okay, so you could be getting merit for 2 links, achieved for 1 link. Okay. So that's pretty much this question. Okay, so I'll go through the marking schedule. So E8, you need an E plus 2 merits. To get an E7, you're looking at E plus M. In M6, you're looking at 3M plus E. Okay, that does not make sense. How is M6? What? M6, you're looking. Oh, sorry. So M6 is 3 merits or E plus 2A, or 2 merits plus, no, just ignore that. So merit is 3 merits or E or an excellence plus 2 achieved. M5, okay, so M5 you're looking at 2 merits or 1 E plus an A, or E plus A. To get an A4, you're looking at 4 achieves, or 1 E, or you're looking at 1 merit plus 2 achieves. A3, you're looking at 3 achieves, or you're looking at 1 merit and 1 achieved. To get an N2, you're looking at 2 achieves, or merit, okay, or 1 merit. N1, you're looking at an achieved. Okay, so basically that's the marking schedule for question 2. Okay, and that's it for this video. Okay, please leave a like below. Okay, thank you for watching the video. Thank you. Bye.